This is episode 229, Dropship Milkshake, delivered to your door.
Not by DoorDash, though.
Not by DoorDash, no. Something to that effect. I feel like I was close on that. I want to take another swing at it. Maybe I just let it be.
By all means.
Just let it be its thing. You know what I mean?
If you want to rewind and take that again, totally on you. But if you want to just like ride this out into 2023, I'm with you, baby.
Just let the whole thing go into the glorious way that I started this episode.
Yeah.
In complete non-failure.
Hey, cheers to 2022, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Let's do it.
Job.
Everybody pretend that there's a bell.
Ding.
Yeah.
No, we've evolved past the bell. Well, the bell will come back.
The bell can come back. It'll come back. It's downstairs right now.
Stabilized.
It's just, I don't want to smack it and wake up the baby because
I feel like the bell
regression
gone for a bit.
Yeah, like around the time I had a baby. Weird.
Yeah, something like 5 months.
Oh, what are the odds? Weird.
Well, so the story of the bell. Oh my God, are we still in the intro? I'll make it quick. The story of the bell. One of the times when Derek and Beth came to visit here, he brought the bell and we did an episode together, and then he forgot it here.
Yeah.
And I had it for like almost a year.
Yeah.
In fact, it was part of a contraption that I built for Aria's Halloween thing, and it made a ding whenever you threw candy down a little chute. And it was very exciting, and everyone loved it. And I won the bucket contest. Yes, bucket contest. And then I brought it back when I went there, right? Or did I mail it? Did I send it?
No, I think you brought it back.
I think I mailed it. No, I think I put it in like a package that was going that way for like Christmas or something.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
I might have. Anyway, whatever. But it went back. But then a bebe arrived.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a tone control. Woo!
Nerds.
All right.
See you next year.
All right. It begins.
Thanks to Pedal Genie for sponsoring the tone control. Visit pedalgenie.com and start your wish list today.
Okay, take two.
That's staying in.
Yeah. What can I say?
It's just a well-oiled machine over here at Tone Control HQ. Things are going great.
This is appropriate. We're gonna close out the year. We're gonna do it right by fucking up, and
in Tone Control style.
If you don't know that this is what we do, this must be your first day. You know, it might be somebody's first day.
I think about that a lot.
Your first episode. What do you want?
What do you think?
What would you say to the first? How do you like it so far, everybody? I mean, not everybody, just you.
Yeah, we're like a minute in. Lay it on me.
What would you say to somebody this is their first episode? This is like the last episode of the year in year 9.
Yeah, year 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dear first-time listener,
I would say, give it a few more. I would say just stick with it. You know?
Yeah.
If you're not sure if it's not for you, I mean, maybe listen to a couple more just to confirm.
Nothing good is really easy the first time.
It's an acquired taste. It's like coffee.
It's like coffee. All right.
Yeah.
That'll be our new. So going into 2023, that's our new mantra.
It's like coffee.
It's like coffee for no reason. I'll make a T-shirt design out of that too. Actually, let's put it on a mug. Tone control. It's like coffee.
Let's do it.
Put it on a mug. All right. This is live.
It has been
production
decided.
Production meeting live on the air. Hey everybody, it's the Tone Control, and it's the last one we're going to record this year. Another episode will come out the day after Christmas, but it will be our holiday special, which we always make out of all of the shit that we cut out of our other episodes.
Yeah, the post show.
When you say it that way, it sounds like it's going to be rubbish. But no, we keep going.
It's a lot of fun.
After the show ends, we keep going. And especially now, since we've had a Discord server and Patreon people, supporters who are here with us in the chat, it's been even more fun than fun. So we get to come up with the show names and stuff like that. So anyway, it's going to be just an onslaught of almost constant nonsense and frivolity.
Yeah, and inside jokes from like February that you forgot about. So
and then it won't be explained. So
no, that's the best part. Yeah. Oh man, I'm coming in hot tonight, guys.
Yep,
feeling it.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't have a show.
Yeah, this is it. So here's
we have some stuff.
My message to the first time listener. Usually there's content.
Usually. Here's the thing.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, it finally happened. We all finally got COVID here for the first time in our house. And I'm feeling better. I can't tell if I can taste or smell today. It's a very weird sensation. Taste and smell has been coming in and out, and that sucks so bad. I cannot tell you, because I'm just a food person. I like food. I like cooking. I like just snacking. It's my favorite thing. And it takes all the joy out of like feeling crappy and eating a bag of chips on the couch. You cannot even like comfort eat, because it's like, what is the point? This is all just mush. And anyway, so we got sick over Thanksgiving. It sucked. Jack had to delay daycare by a week. So he goes tomorrow, which is an exciting thing. So new chapter starting tomorrow. But he's also, remember before when I was like, oh, I think we're in the throes of a 4-month sleep regression?
Yeah.
I was wrong.
That was
Now I'm pretty sure we are.
That was the pre. You can see it on the horizon.
Yeah, the preamble. So now it's like we got to do the whole bedtime routine twice, and that gets really frustrating. So we just finished it up, and I'm like, I'm here to have a good time, but I'm like still mad about that. And the thing I hate most of all of it is that I'm mad at a 4-month-old. Yeah. You know that feeling? Like you're mad at a baby?
Yes, I friggin' do.
Yeah. And then you're like, it's a baby. Like, what am I doing? And then you feel bad about that. You feel bad, like you're mad at yourself.
Bad a little bit.
Yeah. Like, I need to be more patient, all that stuff. Yes, we all agree. Still super annoying.
Yep.
So I'm coming in hot. We're feeling better. Beth has been off work for a week because she works in a medical center. So it's been a weird time. And I'm back to work, and reentry has been chaotic, to put it one way. So I'm coming in hot tonight, and I can't really taste, so I don't have a beer or whiskey or anything, because why waste it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, shit.
I've been drinking tea in the morning because I don't want to waste my nice coffee.
Oh man.
And yeah, I got some water. All right.
Well, we're gonna. We've got what have we got? There's a couple of things that are jotted in the notes, but I think a lot of it we're just going to talk about. We're just going to talk about ourselves. Yeah. We have these year-end wrap-up statistics and infos and things like that.
That reminds me, I should pull up our Spotify stats if I can. You keep talking. I'll try to find that stuff.
So that's gonna be the main story here. I don't know. I don't have any real stories to tell.
Stories.
Oh, my kid is over the hump, I think, at this point, as far as learning to take a pill.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I don't know, this probably has happened since we recorded the last episode, but she had to learn to take pills because she needed some stronger antibiotics for this sinus infection that wouldn't go away through 2 whole courses. So
gross.
Yeah, and it's a kind that you can, don't tell her, but you can get it not in pill form, but it's like insanely expensive. It's like 10 times as expensive. I mean, not like we can't afford it, but like we weren't going to. It was like my girl's 7, and frankly, now that I've researched how to teach kids how to take pills, I would suggest teaching them sooner than when they're 7.
Noted.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm leaning over to my other computer here because I do have a Spotify stuff over here.
Yeah, it's fine. So anyway, but she the poor thing, she started off kind of, it was a little rough, and then it got worse. Like she developed kind of a fear about it. And that went on for almost a week, but we're finally getting around to the other side of it. And for the last 3 days, she's basically done the thing with no crying or screaming, and pretty darn quickly. So we're very proud. It's going well. Back on that horse, but that's the thing. So, I mean, you know.
I mean, I remember her learning how to take a pill. I don't know how old I was, but I remember it was something like Pepto. Like it wasn't a big deal, but I remember not being able to do it and it just slowly dissolving on my tongue.
Right. And it tastes awful. And it
tastes awful. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have
you're like, well, you got most of it, I guess. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And they Marielle was really worried that it like wouldn't work right if it got dissolved or chewed. Which I don't think is the case. I guess that's possible for some medicines, but I don't think it's the case for this one. This one's totally like crushable if you wanted to. But anyway, I didn't want to do that to her because I wanted her to get this skill. But it can suck, but I think she's doing okay. And, you know, she's all the better for it.
Good.
Good. And she stopped coughing.
Oh,
because that's the thing. The basically the symptom that never went away, which turns out to be sinus infection related, is coughing. She had coughing for like 2 months, and would occasionally get flare-ups of these other acute symptoms. And the ENT was like, "Yeah, this is what's going on." It didn't clear. Sickness cast. Upper respiratory infection cast.
Sorry, I'm here. Okay,
You're
I got
fine.
our stats.
You're fine.
Here's our Spotify stats for right now. I guess
we gotta do some. Let's here. We're gonna do this thing.
Thanks to Pedal Genie for sponsoring the Tone Control. Visit pedalgenie.com and start your wish list today.
That other one was fake.
That was just to see if you were paying attention. Okay, so here we go. This is, I think Spotify does this like by week. So that this is just for this week that I'm looking at, but we have 113 followers on Spotify. So if you're one of those, thank you. Give us a follow, and like I think that's the same as subscribing on other platforms. So
I think so. Yeah. We never had tracking for that. It's too bad we don't know that for other platforms too.
Yeah. So and then there's starts and streams and listeners as other data too. So starts, it says when a Spotify user listens to 0 seconds or more of any episode.
Is this that? Wait, hold on. 0 seconds or more inclusive means it's literally every Spotify
listener.
user.
Yeah. Measured, and then streams is when they listen to 60 seconds or more. So starts means when they listen to 0 to 60 seconds. Yeah.
No, but if it includes, that's what I'm saying. If it includes 0, then that includes the entire population of Spotify.
Like zillions of users. Yeah.
Everyone has listened to at least 0 to 60 seconds of our podcast.
So back when we moved over to Anchor, we got some other data and stuff. Now our audience is entirely male, according to Spotify. For a brief moment, we had some female and non-binary listeners, but according to this, they're all male now. So what are you going to do?
So did we do something?
41% of our listeners are of an unknown age.
Do you think we did something to cause our listeners to be male?
Oh, like, is it in the water? It's like in the... No, I don't think so.
It's amphibian DNA, right? This is a Jurassic Park joke.
So this is...
If anyone was around with me in 1993...
This is actually my favorite stat.
Okay.
Artists they're listening to. So this is your podcast listeners have streamed these artists the most in the last 28 days, which this changes all the time. And I mean to check it more often, but I just forget.
Oh, yeah.
So number 1 is Stevie Ray Vaughan. Who knew?
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense to me.
Number 2,
I think that's, yeah.
Number 2 is Jimi Hendrix. Right on.
Yep.
I was listening to some Jimi Hendrix today. It was great.
It was you. You're the one who put up those numbers.
Not on Spotify.
Oh, right. Spotify only.
Yeah. Number 3, Pantera.
Okay.
Fucking rock and roll, right?
Right.
Number 4 is a band here. This is who it is. I don't know how to say their name, but it's spelled 5/8 ERL space IN space EHR apostrophe N, and it appears to be German or something like that. And I don't know what that is. So Cool.
Yeah, the songs are definitely all in German titles.
And number 5, Thin Lizzy. So cool, right?
Okay, yeah.
We've had one Australia stream. So if that's you, thanks.
Hey, Australia, looking at you.
And that's kind of all the fun stuff. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody. We got our Spotify Wrapped. Like they do a Wrapped for podcasts too, so where they show us like how many countries we've been in and things like that. So we got that the other day. Really fun. So yeah, thank you for a good 2022. That was fun, and I love that kind of info, demographic info of our audience.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Spotify keeps like it's that other stuff, like the other things about the audience that I wasn't keeping in mind. That's funny.
Yeah. Anchor does some too, but Anchor's owned by Spotify. So I'm not sure, like, is it just the same now or is it like just one feed from the other and there's a delay? I don't know. So anyway, man, I'm all scattered tonight. I can feel it.
Yeah. Well, you were here like early though.
I had set up and walked away.
When I came out, you were already in there and I was thinking, oh,
yeah, I had set up and then I walked away to go eat a cookie because I just needed to couldn't taste all of it, but I need this. And that's what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Wife's done with school for the semester. So she's now back to being home on these days. So we had a little dinner and then I was like, well, I gotta go. I didn't set up at all. I didn't have time to set up at all. I was out at another studio today at work, so I didn't set up anything. I was like, I gotta get out there, in case this is the day that Jack goes to bed on time and Derek's ready for me. And I come out here and sure enough, you friggin' are.
No, I had let it sit and yeah. Anyway, what do we talk about? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so how about this? I want to talk about real quick. I do have some stuff in the show notes very briefly. I went to, give me a sound.
Okay. I don't think we played any last time, did we? Here's one.
Is that
it's an
the
earthquaker.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm pretty certain it's an earthquaker. The Bit Commander. Isn't that an earthquaker?
Bit Commander. It is an earthquaker, correct.
Yeah, I'm true.
Okay, so over Thanksgiving, I went down to Connecticut where my family's from, and we were up at my sister's place, and she lives not too far from this guitar store called Brian's Guitars. And Brian's Guitars has a ton of really, really high-end PRS stuff. Okay. Super high-end. Like the private stock, the custom orders, you can buy direct from them through their wood library and stuff. You choose the top, you choose the neck. It's really the tippity top stuff. So I was like, I never get to go to the store because it's kind of far from my parents' place.
Okay.
And it's a little bit out of the way when we're traveling for holidays and things like that. So I was like, Beth pointed out actually, if we're going to be near there, we should go. Mm-hmm. I was like, you're right, we should go. So we went, and I had the fortune of looking at all these amazing guitars and beautiful instruments and stuff in person, but also I had a lot of fun trying out the 2 versions of the John Mayer Silver Sky, the US made version and the import version. And I'm happy to report there is no reason you should buy the US version.
Good.
None. Not a one.
Is there so what's the actual difference?
Spec wise?
Yeah, I mean, is there a spec difference or is it just
There is. Yeah, so it's got slightly different pickups, like the import version of the pickups. It has right. It has an 8-inch different truss rod cover. It has an 8-inch fretboard radius instead of a 7 1/4 radius. So it's a little bit flatter than the vintage spec. So
by 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a little closer to the modern Fender production stuff.
I don't think that I would be able to tell. The 2 guitars side by side, I'd have to study it to tell the difference.
Yeah, you might feel something, but maybe you couldn't place what it is.
Yeah.
So colors are different. And then just some other stuff. It's just it is such a dead ringer for the US made one. I don't think there's really much of a reason to get the more expensive one unless you just want it. But which is fine. Like I'm here for that. But the SE is so good. It is so good. And it's, again, kind of PRS does this every now and then where they really blow the lid off of what's available, like the quality of stuff that's available from the overseas market. And like, tone for dollar, stupid conversation. It's one of those like, oh, this is a game changer.
Do you think that's a stupid conversation? Or do you think that it's annoying that the conversation exists?
I think it's, well, it depends on what kind of day I'm having when you ask me, I guess.
So maybe not today.
Maybe not,
Because I think that's a useful part of the conversation. That's like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's... what is the price on the... It's right there. Like, is it $2,500?
Yep.
That's a expensive American-made guitar.
Yeah.
It's, a premium thing. And the SE is like...
average Gibson.
Yeah. Yeah. A medium range PRS.
Let's keep it real. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the SE is like $749 or $800 or something like that. And it smokes it. And there's other things like the neck finish is a little
10% difference either. It's
no. It's like a 2% difference.
30% of the but I mean the cost. It's like
there's things like the finish on the back of the neck is maybe a little bit different. So that feel is a little bit different, but it's really just, it's not better or worse. It's just different.
Huh.
The little things. But I really have a hard time recommending the really expensive one just because why? Yeah. Why spend the extra money for such a small difference?
And I mean, you're saying like it's literally like it's under $1,000.
Yeah.
So it's like a third of the cost.
Yeah.
It's not, so that's the thing. Like, unless you're getting a third of the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
It's and that's to say, it's also a great guitar. It's not just that compared to the more expensive one, it's just as good. They're both awesome. Like if I was in the market for a Strat style guitar, this would be really high on the list. Like you have to look at the Silver Sky if you're thinking of Strats. It's just, you have to.
I think it's weird. I think I'm not usually like this, but I think the headstock on a Strat body is like odd to me.
The PRS headstock on a Strat body?
It's too ingrained in my being. I wouldn't give anybody crap about it, of course, but I'm thinking like if I was gonna, like you just said, if I was gonna look at a Stratocaster, would I like actually consider a PRS
just because of like that silly guitarist brain, the guitarist lizard brain that it's not a Fender kind of thing.
I was like looking at it right here. I had lizard brain.
So now let me ask you this: did you notice that the PRS headstock is flipped on the Silver Sky?
No, I don't think I'm familiar enough with the PRS headstock to know.
Yes, it's the asymmetrical nature is the other way.
The other way. Yeah, okay.
They flipped it. Yeah, and that was so on because John Mayer is a big guy. He's got big hands. He wanted the
wider cut.
The wider cut down on the finger side rather than the thumb side, so
there's no way that makes a difference.
It felt different to me. I have a couple PRSs and it felt different. Just saying.
Wait, but okay. All right.
If you like slide all the way down.
All the way down.
Right, yeah. There is more room. There, I'm just saying. It is a fact. There's less wood there. But anyway, this is just to say, like, get the SE. And it's not even like
one. It's the other one.
It's not even like they're doing like, well, it's got a lower grade flame top. No, they're all solid paint colors. They're all Strat style guitars, and there's minor differences between them. I just think, who are you fooling?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
even
poplar
see
bodies on the SEs, sure, but like, how long has Fender been doing poplar? Like, that's fine.
Is there a big problem with poplar? Tell me the truth.
No.
Matt, tell me. Derek's lying. Derek's likely to lie to me. Oh, no, no, no.
It's fine.
Even this guy says it. No, not at all.
Yeah. It's a good wood. #good wood.
Good wood. Great job,
Yeah,
everybody.
it's just wood. So anyway, that's my deal. I went there and I checked out some guitars and stuff. I checked out some amps.
Here it is in green. They're not advertising the cheap one.
It's in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it.
Be off of page 1. I should search for it, but I'm not going to.
Okay, sorry. Here it is, $849.
Oh, I just found it. No, I didn't.
Sub $1,000. Here's a link for you. I like this color too. Stone blue.
Silver Sky. Dragon fruit.
Yeah. Love it.
I like it. I like dragon fruit.
Me too.
I like that color.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the white?
Oh, sorry.
On the
back? SE. The SE has a friggin' rear cavity cover, and the US made one doesn't. There you go. That's the difference.
I think I don't like that it's white.
Well, it matches the pick guard. That's usually how it goes.
But it's not a goddamn pick. Oh well. I
think
the color matches the
pick guard, I would say.
Yeah. I would want that.
Dude,
to match
so
the body.
I saw yesterday on Instagram. I saw a modded SE that was routed for hum single. So it had a humbucker in the bridge and an aluminum pick guard.
Oh,
it
nice.
looked sick. It was awesome. Anyway, that's enough about the SE or about the Silver Sky. I think.
On this.
These
machines they look out of place, and I like it.
Yeah,
they look like they don't match like the aesthetic. They look like this is for
the thing. So I was listening to an interview
for a modern guitar.
Yeah, I was listening to an interview with Paul about this SE model, and he mentioned that it was entirely all new tooling to make this guitar. They didn't reuse any existing parts in the PRS lineup. So no new tuners, no new switch tips, no new pickup covers. I'm sorry, no existing any of those things. They made all new everything for this model. Crazy. And it's been a huge success. New birds? Maybe. I don't know. What's your take on the birds, Justin? I can never tell.
You can't.
I've asked you this before, and you still don't know.
I like the birds, but you don't believe me when I see. He doesn't believe me when I say it.
Every time we talk about it, about PRS, you're like,
these birds?
You're like,
at the birds too. The birds.
Yep.
Look at the.
Yep.
Those are birds. Oh, I see. He's like, what's this one though? This one doesn't look like. Is he like in a dive? What's going on?
Which one?
The very last one at like the.
Oh, it's an owl. It's not in a flight position. It's turned 90 degrees, like it's perched on a branch.
So is that the only one that's not like a gull? Because the rest of these look like gulls to me.
Or
are they different kinds of birds?
No, they're all different birds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the 12th fret one's a hawk of some kind.
This episode is Derek explains to Justin what PRS is. It's like, hey Justin, there's this guitar company. Wait till I tell you all about it.
Yeah.
That's what this episode is turning into. Okay.
Oh, episode. That's what this entire show is.
This is 9 years of this. These guys have been making guitars for over 9 years, Justin. Did you know that?
So anyway, that's the deal. They make cool stuff. Brian's is a cool store. Follow them on Instagram. They post some wild instruments.
Wait, what's the Tom DeLonge Silver Sky?
Oh yeah, I did see that. It's a single pickup. It's somebody modded it. It's a single pickup.
Oh, okay. It's
Silver Sky with the old Tom DeLonge. Was it Duncan Invader? Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw it somewhere. I forget where that was, but I did. I was like, it's awesome.
So that's a mod. That's fun.
Yeah, because the Tom DeLonge Strat from back in the day has become this like kind of pretty collectible guitar. Yeah, and it was just a single pickup, single volume Strat, single humbucker. Strat,
so that's just a pickup drop, a pick guard drop.
Pick guard drop, yeah.
To mod the guitar, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. So,
I can dig that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. I don't know if you saw this. I got the matching cab for my Rev.
Oh, nice.
Here, hang on. Watch this.
How? Oh. Oh. Quick, turn it off.
Shit lights up.
Yeah. I said, quick, turn it off.
Yeah, I don't have any of my guitar stuff plugged in tonight because I don't have a pedal, but I traded some things with some extra cash and got the matching 112 cab for my Rev. It's awesome. It's a closed back. It's my first closed back cab.
Oh.
So it's a little bit of a different vibe. It's got a Celestion Vintage 30 in it, and it rules.
So how's the how's the cab market these days? Now that you just
I got it on a Black Friday deal. Actually, it was on sale because it had been like a floor model that had been out for a while and they wanted to move it. So I got a really good price on it. But before that, this is a great segue, Justin. How did you know?
I just fucking nailed it.
Yeah, swish. I have been just looking at cabs to see.
Yeah.
Right, cabs?
Should I play a sound?
Yeah, play a sound. You okay?
I thought I just did such a great job. Okay. A lot was just going on. A lot was just going on right there. Oh, that's the Bogner, the Oxford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So a lot's going on right now. Eric just pops into the chat. What the fuck is up, Denny's? Right at the same time that I am just smoothly laying down the most buttery, soft segue to literally the only thing that's in our notes, as if it was my idea for a conversation. And
I lost you.
Oh man. When I'm back, just everybody tell him that I said something really funny.
That was so great, Justin.
So anyway, the only thing in the notes I expertly segued to, there's Derek bought a cab, so now we're going to talk about the cab market.
I guess. I don't know. I just had been looking at cabs for a while and had them on because I liked the matching one for the Rev and it has the lights and stuff and that's cool.
So here's the thing. Cabs are big and heavy. So shipping a significant impact on the cost of that item as a commodity.
That is a thing I genuinely didn't consider.
Yeah.
However,
more so than other things like strings that you can ship a fucking billion of on a truck.
Yeah, or even an amp, which is often heavy, but they're smaller. You can fit more of them. So I don't know. I just think it seems like cabs have gotten expensive. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention because I had combos for the longest time.
Maybe you're just into big boy cabs now. Before you liked trash.
Probably. But like Supro put out this amp that I saw a press release for today that we're not talking about because I don't care that much. It's a 112, a matching 112. And it's $670. It just seems like that's a lot of money. That's name.
That's name.
Yeah, right. So there's that. And orange, a 412 with vintage 30s is $1,400. Like who plays a 412 anymore? But also, what the fuck, right? That's a lot of money. Friedman's, and they're like a boutique thing, but they're $1,500. And 212s are like closing in around $1,000 for a 212 cab. That just seems like. Guy, like we're right. I
think I might have gotten this one over here. Now I got this.
It was a B stock, right?
I bought one speaker. Did I buy? I can't remember how many. If I bought two speakers from them, I might have. But yeah, it was like a scratch and dent. Like it was one of those listed on their website, so you got to call them about it things over at Avatar. I don't know if they still do that, but I assume so. So I can't find what's wrong with it. They claim there's a scratch. But anyway, but it was discounted, but I think like Avatar Vintage, I couldn't have paid more than $400 for this.
It was empty though, right? But still, even so then you drop like what? $250 worth of speakers in it? Maybe probably a little more. And you're still I bought a Helitone
from them, but I don't think I bought it at the time. That's what I'm mixing up. I keep trying to go over this in my mind. I bought a vintage 30 from them, but I think it was at a different time because I reused the speakers from that Marshall cab that I had.
Yeah.
Cab stories. I had this Marshall 412 from way back that I found in some pawn shop that had a guitar shoved through one of the speakers. And they glued it back together. And pretty much you couldn't tell. Like if you'd have to stick a microphone right in that speaker to really be able to tell. And I used it for quite a while. Eventually I took it apart and just to see what they are. And they were G1265s from, according to the timestamp, like 1979 or something like that. So these were they were 65 watt greenbacks, more or less. They were trying to be, they were voiced for greenbacks, but they were trying to be available to higher power amps. Where you know, so, but they're really valuable for whatever reason. And the heritage version, the remake that Celestion was making at the time was like $300 a speaker. Ugh. For the copy of what this was. So I pulled it apart. I didn't want to carry a 412 anymore, and so I pulled it apart. I took 2 of the speakers out. I kept the broken one and one other, and I sold the other 2 perfectly good 1979 G1265s on eBay to somebody in Australia.
Holy shit.
Shipped them all the way to Australia. That guy paid whatever the cost of this cab was, that was like a fair trade for me. Like after eBay fees and everything, after shipping. Yeah. So I just traded not having to carry that cab around, basically. And I had an empty frame of the cab for a while. It turned into scrap wood eventually, but
yeah, man. I mean, a cab like that one behind you, you know, if you're looking at the Victory ones or Friedman or Mesa or anybody like that, they're $1,000 all day long. And I don't know. I just think like guitar cabs are obviously an important part of your gear equation, but it's the least exciting one. It's one of the least exciting ones. Like for $1,000, it's hard for me to be like, I'm going to go buy a couple speakers, and when I'd rather buy a guitar or an amp or a pedal or many pedals or whatever.
What is the justification for $1,000? Like, unless, I mean, speakers vary quite a bit, right? They're like El Nico blue speakers and stuff like that. Like, you can get expensive ceramic magnet craziness, but even still, it's not. I mean, like you said, $1,000 for $1,500 for a 212.
That's
speaker
prohibitively expensive.
Speaker cost isn't justifying that. The wood cost isn't justifying that. They're not manufacturing it in some way that makes it like indestructible or.
They're very destructible.
Right. It's not like it's artisanal furniture, wood finishing. Right. They've got Tolex on them because otherwise they'd be even more destructible. So.
Yeah. Matt's saying, do it himself for about $700 in materials, including speakers, of course. But yeah, I guess it depends on, there's a lot of factors. And like Justin said at the beginning of this, the shipping of all that stuff does, like, you end up paying for that in the end.
But Matt, are you tooled up for making cabs? Because I believe your quote.
He says no, yeah.
But like that's like if I'm handy, but I don't have the experience to do it. So I would also have to learn. But without being tooled up. Now, if you're a company making cabs, you're tooled up. You are not one person doing one cab. Like, you're not going, let me get my roll of piping and Tolex and let me glue it on and cut it. No.
Yeah, let me buy one sheet of Tolex. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it's not the same. And they have bulk material discounts too. Mm-hmm. It's not the same. So it shouldn't cost $700 for them.
Yeah, I was just looking at Sweetwater today at some cabs just to see what they were these days, and it's like, God damn it! Why would anyone pay that? And then it's a piece of gear that is going to get banged up a lot. They're heavy, they're bulky, they get slammed around, and I would be so pissed if my $1,500 cab looked pretty rough after a year. That would bother me.
Yeah.
Paid a lot of money for it. I want it to look nice. I like to take good care of my stuff. Well, and then I got a
road case for it.
Yeah.
On top of that, the road case cost, half as much as the other thing, which was worth it because it's still pristine, of course. But,
yeah. I sold both my road cases. I don't have the amps for them anymore either, but,
I still have them because I figure if I ever sell it, it'll be together, but
a bundle deal. Yeah.
Yeah. You say a tooling is a table saw and a router, but I'm not saying do you have the saws? Your bench, your shop isn't set up for it to run off a bunch of these.
And never mind, the plans to make them, not to just make a custom thing. I'm going to measure it and make it. like to do it at scale. Anyway,
so here's the
cabs
other,
are expensive.
Here's the other thing of that same point though. Like that is also the part of the equation that is easiest nowadays to just delete, and the most common. Like you actually don't need a cab. Like even with the rev head, like you could walk into a gig and be like, here's my shit. Here's my XLR tapped to the board. You know, the rev will do that. Helix,
of course,
all this shit. You know, and
not to mention like the pedal board sized thing that that Two Notes makes. Right? They're doing that
torpedo-y thing or whatever it's called, whether they're calling it.
Yeah, I just, there was a time when it was like, oof, everybody had a 412. Remember that? Like, if you didn't have a 412, were you even in a band? That's why I got a
412.
Everybody had a 412. And like, and sure, sound reinforcement.
And older.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it was like 212 is the perfect size. And I still think in a fun, like active gigging world, 212 is a great size.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's for that. Like you can't realistically use a 212 at home very much. It's just crazy fucking loud. So now the 112
is sort of minimum for if for some reason the sound reinforcement isn't up to snuff. 212 is kind of like the minimum that you can probably roll with, considering what the drums are going to sound like in a room where the sound reinforcement isn't great, right? Yeah. And then 112 is if the sound reinforcement isn't there, you're not going to be heard well.
Right.
That's below that level. But otherwise, 112 would be the perfect sound for or the perfect size, I should say, for most sounds. Most, not all. Because I don't think you can totally like just record a 112 into sounding like heavy metal. Like it'll come out sounding a little bit like Foo Fighters instead, you know?
Yeah, the cab itself does sound a lot different than a 412, just like by physics and the structure of the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I got a 112. I like it a lot. I have two 112s actually, and I like them a lot. That's all I got. That's in the notes.
That's the whole thing.
I was just like fired up today. I was like, what are we going to talk about? I didn't make a show because I was sick. Cabs are expensive. What the fuck is that?
What the
fuck? Yeah, my bullet point says, are cabs more expensive now? Like, what the hell?
You have a 0 by 12 iridium. Eric.
That's good.
That's the Strymon thing, right?
Yeah.
It's iridium Strymon. Yeah, I used one of those. One of the bands came to my studio, had one of those. Pretty good. Simple operation, which stood out to me because it's a Strymon thing.
It's very much still just a guitar pedal. It's a guitar pedal though. Like it's one of these things that's like disguised as a pedal. It's doing a lot more, but they I don't want to say limit, but they just give you the features you need, and then everything else they just take care of on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Hey, you want to hear my ideas, Justin, for our 10-year anniversary? I was going to do this in like an admin, like producers meeting with you sometime, but I figured, fuck it, why not? Let's talk about it now.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
I'm just brainstorming here. I haven't decided anything.
Okay.
First of all, give me a sound.
All right.
Ba-da-da-da. Neat.
Ba-da-da-da. The aria, not the antiphon.
Okay.
Sorry.
Speaking of aria, when we were on, I noticed a thing that is probably just a nod to your excellent skills as a parent. When we were FaceTiming with you guys,
I don't like where this is going.
No, this is fantastic. You were showing us the Wingspan nesting box, and it's this huge box for all the expansions of the board game Wingspan. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And you lift the lid off, and Aria from the other end of the table goes da 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 da.
Yes. She knows the correct sound of opening a box to discover a prize or a secret. Yes, she knows that sound is da 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 da. Exactly. And in fact, sometimes I'll give it a little I'll give it a little warm up, you know. Da 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 da. And then from wherever she is in the house, she's gonna join me. Ba da da da. Yeah, she's never played that game.
That's what's so good about it, right? Like some days she's gonna play a Zelda game and be like, Dad.
Oh my God. Did you hear that?
Did you know? Yeah. I love it. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh, so here's my idea.
Fuck if I know.
Here's my idea. This coming September 2023 is going to mark 10 years.
So almost a year from now. Yes.
Almost a year from, well, I want to start planning, I want to, this is special. It marks 10 years of the tone control. Okay. This is 200 something bullshit episodes later. 10 years is crazy, right? Like
it'll be near like 250 by then, won't it?
We're at 229 today. We do like 25 episodes a year.
Yeah. So we'll be close anyway. We'll
be around there, yeah. So I want to do a giveaway. I think like some kind of
maybe a cab.
Here's a 1x8. That's all we can afford.
0x12.
Yeah. I want to. So we've talked about this before.
So we can afford to ship.
The money we get from Patreon, we keep in the show, and we like to use it to fund raffles and giveaways and fundraisers and things like that. So I was thinking we got to give away some stuff, like more than one thing, and it should be a guitar, right?
Do you want to have like a grand prize and a runner-up prize?
I don't know. So I was thinking of that. Like we can talk about that.
Guitar
I was thinking
and
about
Milkshake. No, it's a bad idea. You go on. What were you going to say?
How are we going to ship a milkshake? Anyway, I was thinking we could give away
made to order. Like we'll just have it shipped from somewhere like right around the corner.
Oh, like a drop ship milkshake. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, why doesn't somebody have a dropship milkshake company? Excellent spur of the moment.
Oh, wait.
Gift.
You know what they do? It's called DoorDash. Anyway, I'm thinking.
Kind of fucked up my whole thing there, didn't you?
It's the end of the year. I'm coming in hot. Yeah. I think it would be cool we could do a few things. We could do the raffle thing and like a winner, grand prize, second place, third place, whatever. Or we could give away something close to, if we can afford it, a whole rig.
Oh.
Or like many pieces of a rig, right? Could we give away a guitar and a pedal or two?
And a strap?
Or like a nice cable. I was thinking like one of those really nice cables we talked about from Rattlesnake a few weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Something, and for a guitar, I think I want to do something kind of funky. Like maybe one of these like weird Squires you don't see too often. That's like easily moddable, easily workable by someone who would win it, is affordable for us, and is just a little bit left of center, so like a Mustang or a Jag, stuff that is not
something
just
that looks a little melted.
Yeah, an offset. Just like some of these, because Squire gets away with making this stuff that's more obscure a lot of the time because they're not the big brand Fender. I don't know, just throwing feelers out there.
Yeah. And we had talked a little bit about it being a bigger deal thing.
Yeah.
Well, bigger, better. We don't need to roll backwards.
Yeah, and as far as like how to enter, are we getting too in the weeds here? First of all?
I have actual tone control knobs made. That's
a good idea.
It's definitely the thing. I can't think of anything else. Now that I've read it, I can't think about anything else.
I think here's the joke, though. We just buy a bunch of like Fender style tone knobs and send those out.
But we print right on them, right? Like
yeah.
It'll go up to 11, obviously, because the tone control logo does, and we'll put the tone control on it. We can get those, right? Can we get those?
I'll look into it.
Matt, can we get those?
You got a guy? Anyway, I'm thinking that might be fun. I don't know. That's all. That's all I got. I think maybe to enter, I don't want to do like you got an extra entry. I don't want to be doing that kind of stuff. I think I just want it to be
thing.
Yeah, I think I just want it to be across the board for the community. Like prove to us, like we did with the Planned Parenthood thing, prove to us that you did a thing and you're entered. Full stop. And I think that could be like post a selfie or share or send us proof that you listened to the episode where we talked about this. Use hashtag whatever, or like email us.
Yeah, something we have to find in the thing.
Yeah, use the special phrase pepperoni pizza man. And then we know, right? I don't know. Just thinking. These are brainstorms. These are
dropship milkshake.
Yeah. Hashtag dropship milkshake. And so, like, look, this is like 10 months away. We can just wait around. Eric, get out of here. I don't even want to say that on the podcast.
We're not repeating that. You're fired. Eric.
That's a bad joke and you should feel bad. Dropship milkshake might be the name of the episode. Anyway, just thinking about that stuff, thinking about next year, thinking about 10 years, thinking about this lovely community that we surround ourselves with. And I don't know.
Yeah, I like that. We had talked about the next one ought to be a guitar. And I am sincerely infatuated with the idea that it has tone control.
Tone controls.
It's so amazing. I couldn't think about how to say it. Like the words wouldn't come out and I needed your help.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. Like I'd like to have it sent here. I could do a setup on it or something and then pop the new knobs on, send it off to its new happy home. Tone Control Nation. So just something to look forward to into 2023. And now here's the thing though, right? We need the money to do this.
Right, that's true. So we sort of need plans to pump up we need to start we need to aim at somewhere where we'll be in the right place where we could actually pull that off.
Right. That's the thing. Like the money really comes down to it. And with Patreon being our only income.
We did blow our whole dough fighting social ineptitude in our country.
Yeah,
so
we did, which still very happy about.
Very good.
How that
very
went.
Good use.
But so if you're thinking of joining the Patreon, just know it could come right back to you in the form of a whole guitar rig or something like that.
With knobs that you can easily switch back to regular knobs as soon as it's in your possession.
Yeah, we'll send you the originals.
We'll send you the real knobs too.
Oh boy.
So okay, if we got, since we're just riffing, if we got a supplier.
Wait, what have we been doing?
Since we're in this unusual state of just making shit up, which is we don't usually do. If we get a supplier for tone control.
Yes.
I imagine we'll order a bunch, right?
Oh,
and then we can distribute some to our patrons as well.
Of course.
With the intent of they need to be in the wild. Yeah. So I think I'm picturing nobody's looking, swap them for one that's in a guitar shop.
At a guitar store.
You're just planting them in your local store. And how many states can you hit? Maybe whoever wins the guitar is the one who hit the most guitar shops with tone controls.
Shops?
That is vandalism, I think. If you leave the old knob there, like just take it to the back or something, is it vandalism? Or is it a bonus? Or is it here, now you get to do this work instead of me to fix the mistake I made?
I mean, putting a knob on a guitar, like whatever, that's nothing. So, I mean, that would be really fun. We'll think about it.
I don't know. Am I being bad? Like I just kind of...
It's a little bad, but it's
I didn't stop to think about what I was doing when I said it. I think
you got to do it at like... I don't know. You got to do it at like a gig, right? If you're at a gig and the opener is setting up, swap the knob on the guy's guitar. It'd be hard to not get punched in the face messing with somebody's guitar.
That is, I think, worse than the guitar
That's
shop.
worse, yeah. Yeah, now that I say it out loud.
That's a tackleable offense.
Yeah, I would. If somebody was messing with my guitar when I wasn't looking, we'd have an international incident. Oh, man. You're not tooled for it. Anyway.
Easier with guitar picks. Well, yeah, but the guitar picks, we did that. And it's also not that fun. Like, what are you going to do? Like, drop some on the floor in a guitar shop? Actually, how come you guys haven't dropped a bunch of... How come you haven't done that already?
Yeah, we're just like thinking of our own guerrilla marketing stuff and blaming the community for not doing it.
Not having already done it and thought of it. Just leaving beer koozies in, I don't know, a bar? I don't know. How would that work? I don't think that's correct. I think
we only sent one to all of our patrons, so I hope they kept them. But I leave them around. I give them to people who come over.
Drop them behind you
it's like
when
a business
walking
card.
Down the street. Hi, Derek. Here's my...
I lost Justin again.
Oh, man. It's okay. What I said was really funny.
Oh, cool. Good. Great. Good job. He's back.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all I have. This is the thing. Like, this is truly the least amount of episode I've ever had produced because we had Thanksgiving and then I got sick and I went back to work and reentry has been challenging. So
yeah. We did have the whole Thanksgiving thing, and then I had a week of playing catch up for sure with work too. So is what it is. But where in the world is the tone control? It's like a picture contest.
Yeah.
You put the knob on guitars and put it in various settings.
It's like the guitar's like at the Golden Gate Bridge, and then like, it's pictured in all these famous places.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is. I hope this episode isn't a letdown, but
I feel like I have let you all down. If I'm
No. I think I expect. See, this is what happens. This is what I've learned in almost 10 years of podcasting. No more than usual.
All right.
Asshole. You were late, Eric.
Yeah, dick.
So, fuck you, buddy. So, what I've learned in almost 10 years of podcasting is often the episodes, not every time, but often the episodes that I feel like are like weird and go nowhere, people are like, oh man, that was really fun. And I get like sincere.
Eric just left.
He's fucked right off.
Welcome back, Eric. Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though. Like,
I do.
We've gotten those comments too, and anyway. So whatever. I'm sorry. There isn't more guitar stuff. I think Black Friday was irritating. It was just a lot of email deleting and stuff. I think everything's software now. I keep thinking for the last 2 episodes, it's been like, what are we going to talk about? And I keep thinking there's some kind of like software stuff that we could make a whole show segment out of, but I can't find it. You know what I mean? Like I can't just collate that into a coherent segment without just going, whoa, software, everybody, huh? What do you think? You know?
Yeah.
And, like, I think that's important, especially just like, oh God, all the emails that I was deleting, it was all like, there's just so much development in this, in drum machines and every other thing. And I don't know what to make of it as far as, is this an actual change?
As far as the software thing goes, we could do a segment sometime on like how to make all your music at home, like yourself. Like, what do you need as far as like guitar plugins and drum things, and like, so you have a song and you want to put it out. What do you do? Because you need a lot of software for something like that. Like, if I was going to put out a song with no band, right? I don't have a band. How do I do it? Yeah, let's do that.
We could do a roundtable on that too, because there's people in Discord that I would honestly ask. Like, what do you do? Like, I feel like I want input because I know like what I would do, but I'm not exactly doing that every day. And I know there are people that are producing more home music than I do here in Discord.
Yeah. That's a great point.
That's an interesting thing. Okay.
Yeah. Let's table that for next year.
For the new year. All right. So software, the gear you have to keep buying. Subscriptions. Yeah, that's a whole topic too. I'm mixed on that.
Yeah.
Anywho. Yeah, so I think that's fine. Let's call it, and that's going to be basically a wrap for the tone control in 2022.
I just remembered something.
Uh-oh, it's not yet. Forget what I just said.
I lost you for a second. There you are. Okay.
Forget what I just said. It's not a wrap.
It's almost a wrap. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna say I got a promotion at work, and I'm like really excited about it. So I'm just gonna like share that here real quick, because like when this episode publishes, that news at work is gonna go out. So like the people listening tonight get a little bit of a tease. But I think actually a bunch of people already know because I mentioned it in chat. But yes, that's why my name in Discord now says Mr. Manager.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I was thinking the whole time like it's actually really hard for me to read what you're saying because it's so far off than any of the other stupid fake names we've been using.
Yeah. So I did all of this work and like did all of my promotion pathway work before I went on parental leave.
Yeah,
and
it
so
is
that
kind of
was
funny to come back from that and be like, da.
Yeah, and so it's all of that was like there's a bunch of administrative detail that has to be done that not by me. So they just did it while I was away because it would have taken this long anyway. So that's cool.
You just got to ride
it. Yeah. So I was off. But now I am the new design operations manager at my job. And I'm excited for that.
Right.
So promotion and more responsibility and meaningful job title that aligns to the actual work I do. And no longer in job title purgatory. After many, at this point, a couple of years in the making. So wow. I'm happy for myself. Suck it.
Yeah. Congratulations. All the things, upward and onward.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Got a raise. It's awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
Dollars going right into daycare.
And the train keeps on churning.
Sure does. Anyway, let's get out of here.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for another great year, and that's it.
And I hope you enjoy the holiday bonus episode thing.
I always do it as once again. It's the stuff from the post show where we are picking which stupid thing we said becomes the show title. And every people in chat are involved, and it's become even more fun than it used to be, and that explains it. So if this is your first episode, the next one's going to be a weird one, and that's why. And we will not explain any of the inside jokes. But if you want to know the explanation,
I'm looking forward
sincerely,
to it.
I bet you can get them if you come on down to Discord and chat with us, because we can definitely explain those. And I would love to meet new people and explain our inside jokes.
Me too.
You can find the Discord at discord.io/tone control. And if you love the show and you want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/thetone control. And there you can find ways to do monies to us that will contribute to said giveaways that we've been talks.
Do monies to us. Yep. Okay.
It's true. And we'll thank you in the show. And there's a bunch of other perks, including being able to listen live in the show and hang out with us. By the way, December's monthly hangout is going to be on...
Oh, the 14th.
Yes, Wednesday, the 14th. The Wednesday after this episode comes out. So,
correct.
Yeah. At the middle of the day, because that seems to be when the most people are available. So it's fine with me.
Noon Eastern time.
So thanks for listening, and thanks to the patrons, which are Nick Greenwood, Carson Ricketts, Matthew Fenslaw, Ryzen Wolf, Jamie Evans, Doug King, Big Daddy Doug, Righteous Ryan Johnson, Steve Huffman, Jonas Sabatini, Arek, Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast, Mako Guitars, Andrew Walsh of Andrew's Alcove, Doug Christ of 37 Effects, and Sean Wright of Lollygagger Effects. Thank you all ever so much. We'll see you next year.
All right.
Bye.